Yo, what's up? What's up, Doc? What's up, Ian? It's me, Chrysler here. What's up, Doc? What's up, Cool Man? What's up, Sunday Page? What's up, Sortis? What's up, Sharar? What the freak is up? Is that too much to ask? Got a few things on the docket. We have probably the number one, Deadpool and Wolverine soon. I've got a script pretty much ready to go into recording and editing a video that's been a long time in the making. That's probably number one. So let's address that. How hyped on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like you're pissing your pants in anticipation. Where are you at with Deadpool and Wolverine? Me personally, I'm probably like a 6 or a 7. What's up, Numbers? Non-canon DB scalar, man. Got an 8 from Dr. Delicate. Got a 9 from Sunday Page. Wow. So you're nearly pissing your pants. That's pretty hype. 7 from Tortoise. Makes sense. The Numbers has stained his drawers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just having a lot of fun. I already got my tickets for the Thursday night showing. And it'll be a packed theater. Was barely able to find seats, but should be pretty sick. The new trailer I thought was kind of spoilery. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I probably recommend not seeing it, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of surprises. And yeah, Nightwing is Batman. I started rereading the Tom Taylor Nightwing run because it's coming to a close. There's like a couple more issues, a couple more months left. And there is a good bit of foreshadowing towards the start. Which I was kind of impressed with, like seeing where it's going and imagining how it's probably going to end. The foreshadowing at the start is pretty good. I just feel like a book like that suffers from being monthly. And, you know, for that artist, for Redondo, it's probably worth it because that art really pushes the book to a new level that it probably would not be otherwise. But yeah, I think Heartless, because giving Dick Grayson his own rival, his own new, enemy, Deathstroke is kind of off the table. Williamson always had plans for him in Dark Crisis, and then Dark Crisis put him in a coma. So I think having a new Dick Grayson rival He's okay. I mean, his he's just the anti Nightwing. You know, the thesis of this run is that Nightwing's the heart of the DC universe, which I think that was probably first said by certain like Jeff Johns, Mark Waid around Infinite Crisis, because the Dio wanted to kill Nightwing. And so that was the defense, is you can't kill him, he's the heart of the DC universe. And I think that's true, but you know, that's pretty much what Heartless is, right? It's just the anti Nightwing, which is a pretty tried and true trope for rival characters. I feel like I think it could have been a little bit where I'd improve upon him is because his like butler, his Alfred, essentially sabotaged like a plane or helicopter that his parents were in, so he could kill his parents and like have full, you know, ownership of Heartless. And I'd wish that the crash like scarred him severely, and he needed, you know, because he wears a mask. I think it would be a lot better if it was kind of a like a high evolutionary type thing. You know, like he's just severely scarred under that mask because, you know, Dick Grayson is a handsome feller. So I think if you commit to the anti-Nightwing kind of thing, that would be a good parallel there. But yeah, Batman, it's Nightwing. I think Heartless is going to beat up this guy. I don't think people are I think people, yeah, Shrike was definitely kind of a proto Heartless. James Jr. is good. The last thing, he was like turned into a Talon by James Tynion, I believe. Haven't seen him since. I did see Kevin's last cameo. I thought it was pretty good. I think the line was fitting. You cannot convince me that is Mark Hamill's Joker. Zero chance. I don't think I've seen the analog Batman series. I don't think I've seen that, no. Is Barbara Gordon taller than Dick? I think on some stat sheets, she is listed as taller than Dick Grayson, but I don't think anymore. I think like post-crisis probably. Can't wait for Toby versus Hugh, bro. Thank you for the $10, Turner. You should not have to wait much longer. The Toby versus Hugh script is done. I think it'll be a good video. It's definitely not Mark. Mark Hamill did a good Joker in Multiverses, you know, which just came out, so it's not like, unless he had his throat slashed before he got into the booth and got reconstructive surgery so he could talk at all, I don't believe it's Mark Hamill. Doesn't Mighty Raccoon do those 3D animated like fights? Are you waiting for Deadpool 3 scaling? I'm kind of guessing what happens in Deadpool 3 based on the trailers and based on leaks. But it will mostly be assessing, you know, the past 25 years of X-Men movie Wolverine scaling. This new Wolverine is a variant anyway. The trailer makes that very obvious. The latest one. So he might just have all new scaling anyway. But I might wait. I mean, I'll probably be... It depends. It depends. That's cool. What's up, Low Dift? For what it's worth, Tobey Maguire said in 2004, I made a community post about this where I showed off the scan. He said in an interview with Wizard Magazine, he thinks he could be Hugh Jackman Wolverine. That his Spider-Man. And this was in 2004, so X-Men 1 and 2 were out. So make of that what you will. Will you be doing a playthrough of Sparking Zero? Well, Mr. Aeroflame, that depends if you are in fact down to stream our playthrough of Sparking Zero. Because PS5 microphones, PS5 controllers have microphones built in, so you can just stream to YouTube on that bitch. No problem. My script in its current form incorporates scaling that we've seen so far. From the trailers, from leaks, so. But I will not play the waiting game if it is detrimental to my bottom line. Damn, Turner, $5. Thank you, man. Thank you, dog. Ideal what ifs. I think, what if Vegeta went Super Saiyan 2 after Trunks was killed in the Cell games? That's one. What if Cell killed Vegeta and Trunks went Super Saiyan 2? I think that would be sick. Let's see. Gotta do the classics like what if Dende, what if Guru unlocked Goku's potential on Namek? You know, some of those, that's a classic. Busaga. Man, what if you could do crazy shit? Like, what if Gohan caught the earring, bro? Like, that would be insane. Also, could play out that one guide and be like, you know, Goku uses the Dragon Balls, wishes Gohan and Gotenks back to life. And instead of getting the Genki Dama, he just teleports him over. And so we get Gotenks, Gohan, Goku Vegeta versus Kid Buu. I think that would be sick. That's a cool what if as well. Hyrule Warrior, your research on Batman vs. Spider-Man villains was/is great. You proved how poor Death Battle has researched them over the years. Yeah, Death Battle's not very good. Has Batman prepped to fight the Robins? If you donate, I can answer that. Has Nightwing ever tried a buzz cut arc? Rick Grayson had a buzz cut after Dick Grayson was shot in the head by KG Beast and made an amnesiac. He had a buzz cut. Yeah, we'll have to see how much of this Wolverine is similar. He might have just taken, you know, a single left when Logan made a right, but it's hard to say where the movie's out. What's your take on Super Perfect Cell versus Deborah? If you donate, I can answer that. It's a power scaling question. Rumor on the street is they may do Future Gohan. Yeah, Future Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, that's another one. If he went Super Saiyan 2 and beat the androids. What if Crisis was betrayed and trapped in his basement for 1,000 years? That'd be tough. If you could have your boy Nightwing crossover with any game/story, what do you think he'd work best with? Any game/story? Obviously, my dream come true would be Nightwing, Agent of Spiral, Super Spy, crossed over with Metal Gear Solid. If we're talking game stories, that's gotta be the one. Yeah, listen, Turner, you donated twice and you haven't asked a scaling question, so you can at least ask 2 now for free. Does anyone of the Robins have good prep feats on the level of Batman? Because Batman is prepping every second. That's like a very specific. That could be its own video, so I will need a little dono for that. What's up, Ted? Channel member, goat status achieved. I did not think the memberships would kick off, but it's been very cool to see some of you guys chip in. I appreciate it. If Zamasu stole my body, I'd have to run hands. It'd be on site. Deborah versus Cell. Okay. So, Deborah versus Cell versus Super Perfect? Is that what you asked? Let me see. Let me make sure. Was it Super Perfect Cell? I'll just assume it is. People don't really ask. I think Gohan is weaker as a Super Saiyan 2 against Deborah rather, than he was in the Cell games. And he also couldn't tap into his rage. I think it's both. Whereas Gohan in the Cell games was stronger and also needed to tap into his rage to beat Super Perfect Cell. I think Gohan having his arm broken by Super Perfect Cell, is pretty severely overlooked. And so I think Cell is stronger than Deborah, Super Perfect Cell. And that's also just discounting Cell has way more varied abilities. He can make copies that don't lose any strength, that are just as strong as, you know, just as strong as he is. Then he could also spawn Cell Juniors that are as strong as Perfect Cell. That could also have, they have all of his abilities, so they could also make clones that are equally as strong as he is, as, you know, the Cell Juniors are. So he could have a little small army just off the bat of people that, even at a low end, are roughly as strong as Dabura, maybe a little bit weaker. So I think Cell wins just even if you downplay him, even if you think Gohan from the Cell games is comparable to Gohan versus Dabura. It's definitely not that Gohan in the Buu arc is far stronger as a Super Saiyan 2. So I think Super Perfect Cell would win on all accounts. Thoughts on Absolute Batman's design and from the 3 comics so far in that Earth, which one are you most excited for? If you're a channel member, I'll just ask your I'll just answer your question rather. You can ask whatever. So I'm interested to see what is the narrative impetus for the design. It's a different universe. It can be whatever. It can be any kind of exploration. You know. And so I'm open to it. I'm open to whatever Scott Snyder is cooking. I'm open to it. But it really is like, I need to see why is he that fucking big, man? Does he have different genetic potential than you know, main Batman? Because it seems as though they're going to be the same person, but just under different circumstances. Like, because Darkseid is kind of the center of this universe. The superheroes have to go about their careers in different manners. So is this Batman like on roids? Is he on Venom? You know, like, is street crime that much more difficult that he has to be, like Arrow says, 6'9", 315 pounds? Like, that might be the case. Yeah, I'm gonna read all of the Absolute comics. I like getting in on the ground floor of something like that, just a new universe. What would the premise of another Star Wars video be? At this point, it would have to be something with Revan, because the next time I could see myself talking about Star Wars, unless something else comes up, is the KOTOR remake. Otherwise, I'm just not that interested. I heard Absolute Bats is broke. Yeah, he's got no money. No money, no butler, no nothing. Which is kind of what they were experimenting with you know, post-Joker War. Post Death of Alfred. So it seems like they might be drawing that kind of story out, but in the other universe, in the new universe. Batman famously used Venom first. Venom was created for a Batman comic. And then later it was incorporated into Bane's narrative. But Venom had already existed. And he did become addicted to it. And he did have to go cold turkey. And it was a very painful process. But it was essentially Batman struggling with drug addiction and coming out on the other side. Since then, he's also been exposed to like super Venom in the New 52. No, the KOTOR remake is not canceled. It has changed hands, and is certainly in a bit of development hell, but it has not been canceled as far as we know. Why would the Homelander nuke statement no longer be valid? Do you think like it's the implication of the new episodes that he can't just like he doesn't just wipe everybody out or something? Like, does he have you gotten the impression that he's like afraid or something of government retaliation? What's up, General Shepard? I am. I mean, there are obvious plot lines that I'm wary of. It seems like the Titans are just going to get demoted. And we always knew the Justice League would come back. But to me, I'm worried how it's going to be handled. You know, it has to be handled very carefully, in my opinion. The Justice League can't just go, y'all are shit, y'all did a shit job. Time for us to, you know, give us back the sticks, kind of a thing. It has to be a respectful, like, you know, the Justice League, Superman forms it because he's like, Darkseid's out there in the multiverse. We have to patrol the multiverse. We have to go in search of him and find him. And the Titans can still, y'all protect the main DC universe, right? So if you know, if a new threat shows up that could threaten the Earth and the DC universe, it'll be the Titans. And if we are searching for Darkseid, you guys are protecting the Earth because we can't leave it unprotected, but we also need to, you know, find out whatever Darkseid's cooking. Something like that. It has to be in a respectful manner. Yeah, I'm hoping it's more of a thanks for holding the fort. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope it's done respectfully. Mainly because of Soldier Boy, when he told Starlight if she releases Flight 37 vid, he'll take out military defenses first, implying he views them as a big threat. It's possible. You'd have to kind of lean into, like, what is Homelander's goal? Like, I don't think he wants everything to die at this point, so, you know, he wants, like, a world of soups that he can control. It seems, and you know, he loves... I don't know. I don't know if he loves his son. Obviously, it's like a weird, possessive kind of a love, but like in the scenario where he steps over the line and the military has to act, if they were to nuke him, even presupposing, like for the sake of argument, presuppose he tanks it, he would still not want that outcome because of the collateral. Because there would probably be soups loyal to him that would die, and he might not want that. But who knows? I mean, maybe that is the case. It feels like the Titans weren't given a chance to be the premier team since they kept getting interrupted by events like Night Terror's Beast World. Now this absolute power stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I think Beast World was a Titans event. I thought Beast World was pretty good. Night Terrors was a weird event. I think a lot of the events lately at DC have been kind of meh. I honestly like Beast World probably more than Night Terrors and more than like Lazarus Planet, because having it framed from the Titans was a unique change of pace, rather than just here's like a new Chinese god demon villain That I don't know, those just all felt very meh to me. But I thought Beast World stood out. And Absolute Power, I mean, Mark Waid said Nightwing is going to be leading the Resistance, so it's yet to be seen how much of a Titan / Justice League event that will be. But yeah, I feel like they dropped the ball for sure. And really, excuse me. I think there just should have been a bigger push, you know. I think Nightwing in particular has been pushed to a good degree. He shows up in a lot of other people's books, and it seems like there has been a considered effort to put him on a platform. Thank you, Sunday Page. Like, he shows up in Catwoman, he shows up in Flash, shows up in Batman and Detective Comics, obviously, a lot. He's crossing over with Superman's son and the backups to his main book. So I think Nightwing got that, but the whole Titans should have been similar, right? It should have been like, in this story that you would typically refer to the Justice League, it would be the Titans. Currently, they're about to do a Trigon / Dark Raven. Yeah, if you look at the covers for the next few Titans issues, it does seem like Trigon is probably going to beat, like, the what would be the Justice League, or Raven rather. Raven will surpass Trigon and shit on the League, quote unquote, since there is no Justice League at the moment, but regardless. DC and Marvel really both need to calm down with other events. Yeah. The thing about Trigon is I don't know how you can be sick of him, because he rarely shows up. The last time Trigon was a big, like, planet-wide event was his first event in the 80s. That's the last time he was, a threat to the whole planet. You know, that's the last time he tried, really. So, I'm not sure how you could be sick of Trigon. Raven is unkindness. She hasn't unlocked that level of power yet, but she will. The All Blades is just swords. Maybe after Absolute Power, do Justice League versus Titans. I think the Titans are underrated. Darkseid versus Bugs Bunny. Multiverse's Joker beat Bugs Bunny, so it's possible that, Darkseid puts him in a pack. I'm only talking about Trigon in regards to Raven. It feels like all our stories have to do with Trigon. I guess that's fair. Raven had a solo book in Rebirth. She had kind of an ongoing. Who wrote that? Yeah, I thought so. Marv Wolfman. And it mostly did have to do with Trigon, yeah. I think Raven, they should push her into that kind of House of Mystery position. I think she should be established in that world of magic and demonology. I don't think Raven will lose in that sense. I think she'll probably just, defeat herself. Raven villains. I think Jinx is her rival on like the Fearsome Five. But yeah, just like her siblings are. Her siblings are really kind of her main enemies. Besides Trigon. I thought the Koei movies were... I thought the Koei movies were very bland. Did you prefer the camo index in the late MGS games or the flat-out stealth in the old ones? I think the camo index and just being able to swap your camos was a level of immersion that I appreciate. It's kind of necessary when the game has expanded to a point that the environment is so varied. Like, you know, Snake and Raiden wearing like muted grayish blues kind of makes sense, considering, you know, they're infiltrating military bases that don't have that varied of environments compared to Selenoyarsk in MGS3, but doesn't Bat admit he can't prep against bugs? He doesn't admit it, but the website, the DC website, says that he can't prep for Bugs Bunny. Well, Phantom Flame 3 Jokers is non-canon, so we have no idea. As far as we know, his family is still dead in the mainline comics. They might have never even existed, because 3 Jokers, or Killing Joke rather, is just a possible origin from Joker's point of view. James Gunn did not erase every DC animated universe. James Gunn is not credited at all in the Koei movie. That was just them. We also have no idea if that animated universe at the end of that movie, the New Earth, is the Gunverse. We have no idea what the hell that's supposed to be. Ben Riley, if you donate, I can do Batman vs. Snake on stream. Joker's origin probably is that he was a gangster. That's what the New 52 origin is, which Zdarsky's Batman references many times. Yeah, that's right, Ken. That's exactly correct. DC needs to do more comics on the Magic side. The recent Black Label Zatanna comic had a pretty good start. Cool. Yeah. Like I said, I think Raven could fit nicely in that paradigm. Are the high frequency blades the same in terms of power, or do they differ? If you donate, I can answer that. Would you ever power scale DCAU bats in the future? Sure. Maybe. 3 Luthors? LOL. Everything comes in threes. Fuck it, man. Let's get 3 Batmen. Let's get 3 Nightwings. How much of a donut? Depending on the amount you donate, will determine how involved and thorough my answer is. So the more money you donate, the more thorough of an answer you get. Which one of the 3 Luthors have his old red hair? Is MCU Apocalypse universal? Do you mean, by MCU, do you mean the Fox movies? What's the name of Nightwing's imp? Dixel. DYXL. And no, I don't think, besides Batman, I don't think any of the other Robins have imps. Numbers Arkham Batman versus probably Big Boss will probably be towards the end of this year. It depends on when that Arkham VR game comes out. Because if it comes out around the same time as the MGS3 remake, then I'll probably do that. Does the DCAU or universes like them have any other Earth titles? I think those are the 2 main ones. What is that form of money? Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for the, what is that, $5.41. Thank you. Is X-Men Apocalypse universal? No, he is not universal. There is some slight implication that the Phoenix Force created the universe. However, Apocalypse was beaten by a Jean Grey without the Phoenix Force. And clearly it's just some weird, continuity error like they like to do in those movies, but the copium interpretation you could have is that Apocalypse was killed by the, Phoenix personality from X-Men 3, but manifesting in the reboot Jean, because she technically should also have that alternate personality. That's like Jean's full power, her full dangerous, powerful persona. So no, Apocalypse was killed by an objectively less than universal being. Apocalypse is more likely country level to maybe multi-continental. Um, I believe that is where Magneto's, multi-continental, as he's affecting the Earth's magnetic field. And Apocalypse gave him that power and is called the most powerful mutant. And Apocalypse follows follows Apocalypse, and can't beat him. Tries to beat him and can't. So yeah, he is not universal. He is most likely multi-continental at best. Thank you for the dono. Multi-continental scaling off of Magneto. Yeah, it's more likely continental or multi-continental. Upscaling from Magneto. What's up? Keep talking. Yo. What's up, dude? I like Sideways. If that's who you're referring to. It's less of a parody, but kind of a pastiche. Yeah, I could see that. Numbers. Sometimes multiverse scaling gets very cringe. Especially with Spider-Man. Yeah, Lex has always been the smartest guy on the planet. I think that makes total sense. If Superman is the strongest, then it makes the most sense that Lex would be the smartest. At work at the moment, damn. Working hard to keep up that membership. I get it. Appreciate you. Dan Moore is pretty good. Dan Moore is pretty good. I like the colorist that is aiding him in Absolute Power. It is adapting his style to kind of grittier events rather than something like World's Finest, which is obviously very good and classic, but not so much a like modern, scary event. Does Ra's al Ghul also see Nightwing as his successor to take his throne beside Batman? I would say no, because Nightwing is less likely to... He's even less likely to want to, like, kill people for the greater good than even Batman. And that's Raz's whole shtick. No, the new Superwoman is a mystery. She has not even appeared yet. Which Spider-Man villains would make good Batman villains? Kraven, Green Goblin. Those are good picks. Those are good picks. Yeah, I'd say I agree. I think those two would be cool. I think somebody being like, oh, Batman's the ultimate prey And then Batman, like, not giving a fuck about that would be cool. He's like, I don't really care if you want to hunt me or whatever, but you're a killer and you're in Gotham. What does Ra's al Ghul think of Jason? I think he hates Jason. He was really mad that Talia brought him back to life. That's a weird distinction that the movie made as opposed to the comics. In the comics, Talia wanted to bring Jason back for Bruce's sake. And Ra's was like, what are you doing? Misusing the Lazarus Pits. So that was a big no-no. If you donate, Giovanni, I can answer that. Are there what if comics where Superman never lands on Earth and how it affects Luthor? Is he more evil or good? There's Superman Red Sun, which is Superman lands in Soviet Russia instead of America, and so Luthor is kind of unrivaled in his own, like, you know, sphere of influence. But he still gets fixated on Superman anyway. But I'd have to look into that, actually. I'm not too versed on Lex Luthor variants. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, Ra's has tried his hand. I mean, he gave Tim a contingent of the League of Shadows to command. So he's poached a few of he's tried poaching a few of the Robins. Should Detective Comics just focus on the Bat Family members? You could do that. There's a lot I think you could do with Detective Comics. There's a stint there where it was strictly Batwoman in Post Crisis. That was like her introduction was that run. She took over the book. But yeah, I think that's a versatile book. I don't think it has to just be Batman, but it so often is. I would be down if it was Bat Family stories. Does a Lazarus Pit nerf users mentally and buff them physically? Nerf might be a stretch. It does take them a little bit out of character. Maybe they act a little erratically or their morals are kind of askew. But as an example, Jason was dumped in the Lazarus Pit, and he still did not want to kill Batman. Throughout Under the Red Hood, none of what he was doing had anything to do with killing Batman. So, he had been dunked in the Lazarus Pit, but it did not drive him that over the edge. $2 from Tortoise. Yujiro versus Big Boss. So, I know a good deal about Yujiro. For $2 though, I probably would lean towards Yujiro from what I know. Just stronger and faster. I think a much closer fight is Snake versus Yujiro. If anyone wants If anyone wants me to go more into detail, it's going to take a little bit more of a Dionio. Gonna see Deadpool 3? Of course. No, you have not read Baki. You've not read Baki if you think Yujiro is just a slightly out there normal dude. You just have not read it. But yeah, I'm excited for Deadpool 3. Is it true Wildstorm is canon to DC? Yes. Yes, that is true. Damian and John are both heavily inspired by Nightwing. Yep. He's the heart of the DC universe. As it happens to be. How do you know I'm not trained by Batman? Did you hear about the TMNT Naruto crossover? Yeah, that's crazy, man. We're getting TMNT Naruto before Goku versus Superman. Give me a fucking break, man. I mean, TMNT Naruto is kind of thematic because it's like maybe those are the two most popular ninjas, like Western and Eastern ninjas. Maybe that makes sense. That's pretty much it though. Like, it's fine. It's a fine enough premise. I like the Ninja Turtles. But come on, man. We gotta get an official DBZ DC crossover would fucking break the bank, man. That shit would be monumental. That would shake the foundation of fiction itself. Kakashi versus Shredder would go hard. Do you think another option for Batman against Spider-Man's villains is use a lantern ring to win? Yeah. He has a green. I think he has a yellow ring at least. Jason's got to have the red helmet, man. Come on. Shonen protagonist to make a good Robin? I don't know. Maybe Deku. I don't know enough about Shonen, though. There's also a Sonic crossover with some other Shueisha series. So wait, Shueisha, do they own Attack on Titan? Because it describes it as it'll be a big problem for Sonic and team. And so I wonder if big is to emphasize it's a Titan. Sonic versus DBZ would be fitting though. But I would rather see Goku versus Superman officially. Wizard Magazine is not official by any means. Alright. If y'all donate, I'll stay on. If not, then that's enough for me. For every $1 you donate, it'll be another minute per $1 that I'll stay on. Bro, TMNT Naruto isn't even out yet, bro. How do we know? How am I supposed to tell you? How's anyone supposed to tell you? $5 from Turner. Thanks, bro. Read JJK. Um, yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll read it. Deuces, if you become a channel member, you can join my Discord server, and then we can VC there. It's as canon as that Ultimate Ninja Storm Mecha Naruto character, LMAO. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they might just say it's canon. I have no clue. I have no clue. So I'll stay on for 5 more minutes, unless somebody else wants to donate. Should Wonder Woman become more like the Avatar of the world? The Avatar of the world? In what sense? She's gonna try to master all the elements? Like what? What's the Avatar dude? Unites all nations? I feel like she could try to do that, but that would be very controversial. Whatever writer would attempt that would be in the hot seat for sure. But I mean, she is supposed to be an ambassador to man's world, so yeah, I feel like that would not be out of her character motivations. Listen, didn't they have Kid Naruto fight like Momoshiki or something in some shit? Like, what are those guys called? The Otsutsuki? Yeah, didn't they have like Kid Naruto fight members of the Otsutsuki? What crossovers has Nightwing had? I don't think he's in any. Well, he's in the Marvel vs. DC. He fought Gambit. So there you go. Crossed over with Gambit. Everyone's favorite. Arashiki, not Momoshiki. Okay. But yeah, Deuces, if you become a channel member, you get access to the Discord, and then we can talk shop about whatever. The offer is on the table as we speak. 2 more minutes unless another donate. Did I join the Discord yet? You should be in the Discord. There's at least a Discord link for you on the thingamabob where you become a member. Do you find the topic of Batman versus Black Panther interesting? Maybe. It's not the first Batman versus Marvel topic that I think of. All right, 1 minute. Unless another dono comes in. Is nth metal Duraneg? I heard that somewhere but could never confirm if that was true. It surely has greater than conventional properties, attack properties. As to the scale of the Duranegation, however, it is likely not at the level of the more powerful Justice League members. Hawkgirl could not smack Green Lantern in the face with her mace and decapitate him. All right, fam. Yeah, if someone donated $100, I'd be on for 100 minutes. Sure. But that has not happened. So I'm gonna give the chat 30 seconds to donate. Favorite Wonder Woman fight? Probably when she had to blind herself against Medusa. That's pretty raw. I think that's like a go-to. All right, fellers. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining. Thanks for donating, gang. Channel members as well. Thanks to Turner, Goat, Kicker, Goat, Tortoise the Old God, Goat, Turner again. And I will see you all next